I want an honest opinion here, so there's gonna be a little poll that pops up in the corner of the screen. Is this a shoe, colorway aside, if you could get it in pretty much any colorway, would you pick this particular shoe as your day-to-day sneaker? Because I've always thought that these are cool looking. I love the fact that Nike's making soccer-inspired sneakers, but I've also always thought that they're kind of weird looking at the same time, especially with the mid-cut collar. But I'm curious to hear your opinion. Would you wear this every day? Yes or no? What's going on, guys? Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you a quick review plus on-feet video of the Nike Free Flyknit Hypervenom 3 sneakers. This is essentially the sneaker variation of the Phantom 3 DF soccer cleat slash football boot. Definitely an interesting design, and we're gonna go over all the details in today's video, as well as take a look at how they fit and feel on feet. So if you wanna learn more, stick around, watch the entire video. If you're interested in a pair for yourself, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen, or you can click the first link down below. That'll take you to the review page on my website, where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes in a couple different colorways of this shoe below their normal $150 retail price. Very quickly, I just wanted to address the one question that everyone always seems to ask when it comes to these soccer-inspired sneakers, is whether or not you can wear these to play soccer, specifically indoor soccer. And the simple answer to that question is no, they're not made for that. I know that it has a Nike Free bottom, which is technically from a running shoe, and I guess if you really wanted to buy these as dedicated running shoes, you could, but the upper, while made from Flyknit, does not have any structure to it whatsoever. It has the collar, which looks kind of like a Hypervenom, but the fit is nothing like a Hypervenom. In fact, these are actually quite sloppy, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the video. Plus, it doesn't even have a heel counter. There's no stability here whatsoever. So if you want zero traction and you want to break your ankles, this is the shoe for you. To play soccer in. To wear casually, you're fine. Aesthetically, and I guess breaking down all of the materials on the shoe, it's actually a really good quality design, I would say. So the upper is made from Flyknit, and you can see that it does kind of mimic the texturing that you would find on the Phantom 3 soccer cleat, but it isn't actually texturing. It's pretty much just completely flat, but it does have the two-tone navy blue look to it that reveals kind of a diamond pattern throughout the entire upper that actually does look quite good, and it's relatively thin. You can see they even have the transition point right here where you would normally have that two-tone effect, although it's much more subtle on this particular sneaker to the point where you would not even really notice that it's two-tone. So you have the darker blue and the lighter blue. These laces that I'm personally not too crazy about, some fuse running around here where the lacing system would be. And you can see it's not really a true one-piece construction. Instead, there's a division point right here where they actually attach the collar that does have the same general design and cut as the soccer cleat itself, where it's higher on the medial side, but they basically just extend it through the middle here. So kind of like what you would find on the lower end Nike soccer cleats that are also mid-cut, but this is entirely made from Flyknit. So the quality is actually still very good, but it should be considering that these are 150 bucks. You have a leather piece going around the back here with the embroidered Nike swoosh in gold, as well as a little pull tab there, featuring that kind of warning graphic you would normally find on the Phantom 3, so that's a nice little extra detail. You do, of course, have the Nike swoosh here on the front in metallic gold, but they did not incorporate the Nike swoosh on the back, which actually, to me, almost makes it look like there's something missing from the lateral side of the shoe. I don't know, something about the Nike swoosh like this on a casual wear sneaker just looks a little bit strange. And I guess the mid-cut design in general is just something that I always have struggles. I always struggle to figure out what to wear this with because it's just kind of a weird looking shoe. If you're around soccer buddies that know what these are, then it's cool. But if you're around other people, they just think you're wearing weird shoes with socks that are somehow attached to it. I don't know, it's just kind of a goofy design in my opinion. And then the Nike Free outsole, it is the 4.0 midsole, as you guys can see, which I believe was originally introduced on the original Nike Free Flyknit, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, I have this on a couple different sneakers and I find it very comfortable, very flexible, of course, pretty much just solid foam. I believe these are the Flyknit material. I think that's what they use on the Nike Frees, if I'm remembering correctly. And then it does have the little rubber inserts there at the back of the heel and the tip of the toe. And then the last thing to show you guys is the insole, which is removable, by the way. You can see it's nothing like the Hypervenom insole. It's got the Nike FC logo there and kind of an interesting design. It's a pink color, which is kind of interesting. And then it's just a single layer of this fairly thick gray foam that is typical of a lot of Nike Free running shoes. So quite comfortable actually, and decent quality overall. As you can see, I swapped out the stock blue laces for some junior length gold reflective SR4U replacement laces. They're a little bit shorter than the stock ones, which I think just looks better. Plus it matches with the gold swoosh and actually breaks up the upper a little bit. So it doesn't look like you're wearing a giant pair of socks when the laces are the same color as the shoe. Normally I would prefer that, but in this case, I actually think this looks a lot better. If you are interested in a pair of SR4U replacement laces for your sneakers or soccer cleats, the website to go to is www.sr4ulaces.com. There'll be a pop-up on screen as well as a link down below in the description, so be sure to check that out. As far as how these fit and feel on feet, they're very, very comfortable sneakers, I'll say that. This is a shoe that I can confidently wear all day long. As far as the mid-cut aspect is concerned, because that is something that can be a little bit uncomfortable, at least take some getting used to with the soccer cleats. This is not the same kind of construction. There's no heel counter here. It's pretty much just material around your ankle. It's a little bit more snug than the average sneaker, which you get used to pretty quickly. As far as the look of the sneaker on feet is concerned, it does look better on feet, I'll say that much, but the fact that it does have this collar just makes it look a little bit strange. I'm not sure if this is a sneaker that I want to wear with pants or if I want to wear them with shorts. It kind of just looks a little bit strange to me in general, but let me know your opinion on that down below in the comments. Obviously everyone has their own style, but the upper, it looks very good quality. The Nike Free bottom feels nice and flexible and comfortable under feet. It's just a really, really nice sneaker. I mean, there's not too much to say about it. As far as the fit is concerned, it's got a really, really wide, roomy fit, and there's really not a lot of structure to the upper itself. So your foot's kind of sliding around on the inside if you try to do any kind of intense movements, like a quick change of direction or sprint or anything like that. Not a good idea in this particular shoe, which, like I talked about earlier, I would not recommend these for actually playing soccer in. They're just not made for that at all, but very comfortable for everyday use. And like I said, pretty much everyone's gonna fit into these, no problem. Although the collar is, I would say, on the snug side. So if you don't like that tight wrap around your ankle, maybe not too comfortable for you. And as far as sizing is concerned, I would actually say that these run a little bit big, which is strange considering this is on a Nike Free base. Normally they run a little bit small. This is a 9.5 US, which is what I would wear in most sneakers. And I would actually say that I could probably get away with wearing a 9 if I really, really wanted to, which I couldn't do in previous Hypervenom sneakers. So I would say for the most part that they do run true to size. If you want a little bit more of a snug fit, I'd probably recommend going a half size down, but for most people, true to size should be just fine. Anyways, guys, that is it for my review of these Hypervenom sneakers. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to support it with a like. Again, if you're interested in a pair for yourself, you can click the first link down below. That'll take you to the review page on my website, where you will find buy it now links below the normal $150 retail price for this particular sneaker in a few different colorways. If you have any questions, as always, leave them down below and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked down below as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.